This man was walking down the street. Well, he was on a walk, and he saw a butterfly trying to come out of the cocoon, or whatever it is that the butterfly come out.
Yeah.
So he saw that the butterfly was struggling. So he decided he would help the butterfly. So he opened up the cocoon, pulled it all open and everything. And you know what happened to the butterfly?
Yeah.
It fell right to the ground and died. And he couldn't understand that. So he had to Google and find out what the process was. And the thing was, the struggle that the butterfly was going through, that all the time that it was taking for him to break through that cocoon was strengthening his wings. Children strengthen their wings. Don't open the cocoon too early. Let that butterfly do all that it's got to take for them to become a butterfly instead of not fly. We can't do that to our children. We can't do it. We got to make sure that when we intervene, let it be through prayer. Let us intercede instead of intervene. Intervention can cause harm, but it ain't never been a problem with prayer. Prayer ain't got no bad side effects.
All right.
That's good.
Remember this. Think about this. On his way to Calvary, on Jesus' way to Calvary, God didn't intervene. After his trials, God didn't intervene. When Jesus walked up that hill, God did not intervene. So if God didn't intervene for his child,
all right now.
Look out.
Bring it on.
why you need to get your hands in on your child?
Come on, man. Come on.
All right now. All right.
Why would you cut your child out of the cocoon too early?
Amen. Preach, boy. Preach.
But there was an exception made, because see, Mary was told about Jesus' success. But you know what? Didn't nobody tell her about the bad stuff.
Nope.
All right. All right now.
Nope.
All right.
Nobody told her that.
Read.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody tell her about the bad stuff.
No.
Now, I'm thinking, why the angel ain't giving full disclosure?
She was trying to.
I mean, okay, no, you telling me all the bad stuff's gonna happen to me.
Right.
I got to carry this child 9 months.
Right.
I got to go through labor. But you ain't telling me what's gonna happen to my child after he get here.
Right.
You ain't telling me about the stuff he got to go through after he gets here. You ain't even telling me about what's gonna happen to him when it's time for him to leave here. I'm blessed among women, but that's gonna be my child.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
The angel didn't say your son gonna be a king, but at the end of his life, he gonna catch pure hell. Didn't say that yes, he will eventually join his father in heaven, but the road that he take to get there,
Right.
woo,
All right now.
Something else.
That's right. Look at
That's it.
That's it.
It's gonna be all but heavenly.
All right now.
Y'all don't hear that. Y'all don't hear that.
Yes, we do.
He didn't tell him. He didn't tell him.
Amen.
And so I'm thinking, if he didn't tell her, I could imagine that it was easy for her to just go ahead and give in to all of this.
Right.
It still might not be making a whole lot of sense to her, but he said, "Oh, it's gonna be the child of God. Okay,
Amen.
cool." Now, indeed, Elizabeth, your relative has also conceived a son at her old age, and this is now the 6th month for her, who was called barren. For with God, nothing will be impossible.
All right now.
Then Mary said, "Behold, the maidservant of the Lord. Let it be to me according to your word."
All right.
And the angel departed from her. Mary got all that good stuff. She was like,
I can do it.
"Whatever you like."
Coming to America.
Mary was like, "Okay, I'm cool." But the thing was, they didn't give her all of it. And see, well, maybe it wasn't for Mary to make an informed decision, but it was for her to make a spiritual decision.
Amen.
And if you think about it, she really didn't make a decision. I mean, she just acquiesced. Because the decision was already made from God.
Yeah.
God was like, "Okay, that's the one. Go ahead and tell her what's happening." You know, at no point was she being told, "Well, consider this, Mary." No. It was like, "Mary, all this is getting ready to happen. It'll be better if you were on board.
Right.
But
It gonna happen.
it's gonna happen. We're going through with it anyway."
You finna get pregnant.
Okay. And just who was it that held that conversation of faith and commitment with the angel? Jesus. Your mama. When God made mamas,
Right now.
he made something special.
Yeah.
It's something special about mama.
Yes.
And in my sanctified imagination, James, I like to think that God's creation wasn't complete until he made Eve a mama.
That's good. I like that.
Okay.
I mean, they had everything. Everything was being handed to them. Everything they could see, as far as they could see, everything was theirs. They had dominion over everything.
Yeah.
But something wasn't complete. Now this is just my own thinking. But something wasn't complete. Because Eve wasn't yet a mama. And then when she became a mama, creation, in my eyes, creation was complete.
All right.
God was really at that point done
Yes.
when Eve bore a son and then another son. See how blessed, how much of a blessing 2 sons are, mama?
You can't curse him.
Ooh. It's something about that, the blessing of that relationship of mother and child. It's easy to understand, but it's hard to explain.
All right. All right.
Your mama knows the blessing you have always been in her life.
Yes.
Your mama knows the blessing you have been in her life. I know my mama knows the blessing I've been in her life. And I know know when my mom wake up in the morning,
Yes.
she
Yes.
thanking God that
Yes.
Aaron is her son.
You gonna go with that?
And that ain't sanctified imagination. I know.
Yes. Yes.
You couldn't even say that with a straight face. You know, I'm gonna tell you how I know. I got so many stories, but I got a mama story.
Amen.
I was telling Andre and Donnie this Friday night, but I was having a hard time. I couldn't find work, and I was at home, and I was on the computer every day. I was sending resumes everywhere, and I was not getting any responses. And this went on for some months. And one of my friends from the Marine Corps was down here for when they were in Tampa for a church convention, and he had his other good friends that were members of the church. They were here with him, and they had heard so much about me because he talked so much about me. And so he came to visit. He met Kim, and we were living in a townhouse. And he found out how much the townhouse cost, and he said, "Man, you can pay a mortgage for less than that, and you can get a bigger house in Houston." What? I'm ready.
Okay.
Because, I mean, before I graduated high school, I knew I wanted to live in Texas. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to move to Texas. I said either Houston or Dallas, but I want to move to Texas. And when Vicky got there before I did,
Amen.
I was hurting. Vicky, because I called, I said, so what? Now, what part of Texas is this? Is she Galveston? No. Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi. I said, oh, y'all are moving to Texas. She said, yeah. Now you got to pack on up and come on. I was like, girl, don't tell me that.
All right.
But I never made it. But here we go. We fast forward to my friend Freddie Allen, both. He came to Florida, and we were talking about it, and he made it sound so good. And I was like, okay. I said, well, let me think about it. And then his friend, he had a friend who had his own moving company. His friend don't know me from nobody. He's only known me 2 days. But he said, gee, this is what I'm going to do. He said, I'm going to pick up a truck in Houston. I'm going to drive it down here. I'm going to pack y'all up. Take all your stuff back to Houston. I'm going to store it. When y'all find a house, I'm going to bring all the stuff over, unpack it, go ahead and set up your house. Free of charge. And Bo said, he said, man, look, the guy in personnel at the VA in Houston, he's a Marine. Really? I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm saying, let's go. Kim was saying, well, she got family in Houston, and that's closer to Shreveport. We can get to Shreveport. And I think stuff was lined up. Then I had a conversation with my mom.
All right.
All right.
Amen. Mom.
And I was telling her, I was like, Mama, I got this stuff, got this going on, and got that going on. I said, we will probably be getting ready to move to Houston sometime soon. She wouldn't say nothing. I'm like, why you ain't saying nothing? Because I don't want you to go.
Amen.
Can you repeat that? I said, what, Mama? I don't want you to go. Okay. I'm not going to go.
As you can see, we didn't go.
Kim say, you can see we didn't go. And I called Kim. Well, no, I told her when she got home from work. I like, Mama said she don't want me to go. And Kim was like, I was thinking that your mama wouldn't want you to go.
Amen.
Oh, Lord Jesus. And then I tell your daddy, I said, Daddy, I talked to Mama. We're not going to go to Houston because Mama don't want me to go. My mama don't want me to go. And then he said, well, your daddy didn't want you to go either. Oh, man. This is a conspiracy. This is a conspiracy, but you know what?
Amen.
I ain't mad about it.
Amen.
Because I'm here with y'all.
Yeah.
And I love y'all.
Me too.
Oh, TT, just look at your life. Look at your own life. Who was there to protect you when you needed protection?
Mama.
Your mama. Who was there to motivate you when you needed motivation? Your mom.
Yes.
Who was there to correct you when you needed correction?
Mama.
Your mama.
Whether you like it or
Who was there to chastise you when you needed to be chastised? Your mama. I remember Bill Cosby saying, he said, you know, you raise these boys and you teach them all these sports. You teach them how to play baseball. You teach them how to play football. You teach them how to play basketball. And they get out there and they just excel in everything. And you know, because you don't work with them every day. Whenever they're not studying, they out there practicing their sport. They doing everything because dad is out there and he pushing them. He making sure that they can do all the stuff that you want them to do so they can go on and they can be millionaires in their sport or whatever. And the first thing that child does when the camera get on him, hey mom!
Well,
Who was there to love you when you didn't think nobody loved you? It was your mama. Who whipped you, who hugged you, who fussed at you, who kissed you, who told you what you did wrong, who praised you for what you did right, who was disappointed in you, who was proud of you, who was always there with unconditional love.
yes.
Your mama.
Amen. Amen. Yes.
You know it.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man?
Yes.
Yes. Mary knew. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm a storm with his hand? Yes, Mary knew.
Yeah.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mary.
I know. And when you kiss your little baby, you have kissed the face of God. Yes, Mary knew. You know what Mary knew, Jesus? Because she your mama. She was picked above all other women.
Yes.
She was told that she would give birth to the one who would be called Wonderful,
Yes.
Counselor,
Yes.
Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace.
Yes.
And And who was selected to carry the Christ child? Jesus. Who was given the task of birthing the Savior? Jesus.
Yes.
Who was deemed blessed among all women? Jesus. Who is it that blessed with the? Who is it that was blessed with the most special blessing? Jesus. Who is it that was blessed with a child so that each child could bless everybody else? Jesus. It was your mama.
Yes.
So besides thanking God for sending you to us,
Yes.
we have to thank the one who dealt with the aches and pains of pregnancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to thank the one who carried you for 9 months.
Yeah.
So besides thanking you, we have to thank the one who labored in a manger
Yeah.
to deliver you. Besides thanking God our Father for all that he's done, all that he will do, all that he's doing, we still have to thank the one who got him here. And Jesus, we have to thank your mom.
Yeah.
Amen.